What is a prospect? And how do you find the perfect prospect at will? Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. This video is going to give you the answer to both of those questions. Hi, I'm Stan Shields, your marketing automations guy. Now, we're going to take a look at the perfect tool that can help you get the perfect prospect for your business really fast. Now, this video is part one of my organic lead generation video series that I'm doing. There's 4 parts to this video series. So make sure that you like, follow, subscribe. Okay, click the like button if you like the content that you're seeing, and make sure that you subscribe and then click the notify bell so that you'll get the next video in the series as well. Now, before we dive into exactly how to get the best prospect, there's some concepts that we want to make sure that we understand. Number one, what is an ideal prospect? What is an ideal customer? We're going to take a look at some of those concepts. Think for a second, you go into a networking event. Doesn't matter if this event is online or in person, but you go into a room. Let's say you've got 100 people in this networking event. You don't know who these 100 people are. All you know is there's 100 people that are in this room, and you're trying to figure out which of these people would be a great prospect for my business. So these 100 people that are in this room at this point right now, see, these people are what I would call suspects. They're not really prospects yet. They're suspects. They're people that we think we might be able to do business with. But the only way that you're going to figure that out is by having conversations or by learning more about these people. And so the more that we learn about them and the more that we can then determine whether or not they have a true need for what it is that we have to offer. And if we find that they do have a need and we can solve their problem, they first have to decide that they have a problem. They have to decide that they have a desire to do something about this problem, okay? And once they do, this person becomes a prospect for us. But they don't really become a lead for us until this person says, hey, tell me more about your product. And then they become an actual lead for us. And once they become a lead, we're going to do everything within our ability to turn them into a customer. That means you've got to go through whatever your normal steps are to creating a customer. And just about every sales process is going to have multiple steps to bring the person along through this journey for them to become an actual customer for us. And so you're going to have to go through and make sure that you now go through those steps to create this person as a customer in your business. Last but not least, we want to turn these people into raving fans. Those people that are now going to go out and they're going to tell the rest of the world about how wonderful we are. They're going to tell the rest of the world about how wonderful our products are and how we are so great to do business with that they're going to send people flocking our directions. But it takes a few steps for us to make all of that happen. What if you had color-coded people in the room? So you go into a room and you can tell immediately which people are going to be the best ones. Which ones are the ideal ones? And you say the pink ones are my ideal customer. Now, how cool would it be for you to be able to just go into that room and talk to just the pink ones? That would save you a whole bunch of time, right? Except that here's the problem. There's no color coding allowed, right? You must as a small business owner, take the time to identify who your ideal customer is. And guess what? Your ideal prospect is just your ideal customer who hasn't bought from you yet. That's it. Now, this is one of the biggest challenges for small business owners because small business owners feel like if I say I only work with this group of people, I am limiting myself and I'm going to be missing out on all of this other business that's out there. When the contrary is true. You see, the more that we can truly niche down to who is your ideal customer, the more customers you end up getting. You see, there's this quote out there that says, when you speak to everyone, you speak to no one. Therefore, it's really in our best interest to zero in on who is the ideal customer. We didn't say who is the only customer. We're saying who is the ideal customer? Who is the one that your product or service is simply a no-brainer? It just makes absolute sense for this person to buy your product or to buy your service. Those are the ones that we primarily want to talk to. Now, let's take an example here and let's do something. Let's talk about real estate agents. You see, real estate agents, if you think about it, it's one of those things that real estate agents say, hey, look, I just want to help you buy a home or help you sell your home. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward, right? You're just buying a home or selling a home. Well, guess what? Once again, when you speak to everyone, you're speaking to no one. Okay. So let's take an example here where we looked at a realtor and we got this realtor to really focus in on a specific niche. Now, this specific niche was first-time home buyers who live in Las Vegas. And what we did was we said, well, then what are the primary characteristics of this person who would live in Las Vegas that might become a first-time home buyer? So the first criteria was obviously that they live in the city of Las Vegas, Nevada. Second criteria is that they are renters. So they are currently renting their home with maybe the idea of buying something down the road. We also said for a first-time home buyer, they're probably on the younger side. So we chose an age group that's on the younger side. Many of them are going to be married, newlyweds maybe, and or at least in a serious relationship. However, guess what? These days, there are so many more millennials that are buying and choosing to stay single. So, we have to play with the criteria a little bit. Hey, they probably have a baby or young children. That's one of the reasons that they'd like to buy a house. And they are career-minded people. They have a solid, stable career, solid, stable income. And if you're in Las Vegas, these are some of the potential careers that might make sense here in this area. And last but not least, they have a desire to buy a home. And remember what we said before when we talked about people in these prospects that are in this room. The fact that they have a need, that need does exist, and the fact that you can solve that need for them doesn't mean anything if they don't have a desire to fulfill that need or to solve that problem or to take care of whatever that is, right? So that was one of our last criteria, is that these people have a desire to own a home. So we went to our search tool and we filled in the criteria. You see some of it here. We filled in that the location is Las Vegas. And then we filled in that we were looking for people whose under interests and skills, we put in renters, married, and children, all separated by commas. We left the education field blank. We left the company field blank. We left the gender field blank. And we put in an age group of 18 through 34. And then all we simply have to do is hit this button down here that says Get Prospect. It's grayed out because this account is, we've reached the max of prospects on this one. You can get up to 100 prospects each and every month. Think about that one for a second. How would your business change if you were to get 100 prospects that were well-targeted prospects for your business each and every month? So when we clicked on the Prospect button, we got Rashawn. Now, this was really cool because Rashawn really looked like the perfect prospect for us. So we saw that we had Rashawn's email address, phone number, Facebook page, Twitter page, LinkedIn page. The system gave us all of that information, along with some other information over here on the other side, so that we now have enough information to reach out to Rashawn and to connect with Rashawn. In my second video, part 2 of this series, I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. So make sure you come back to the second video to learn more about how I will then use this tool to reach out to people. This also gave us some more information about Rashawn, as well as down here at the bottom, it gave us some info around his current company, what kind of work it is that he does, and so forth. Now, how cool is that? How great is that for you to be able to put in search criteria and go out and find the perfect prospect, to find a person who matches the criteria that you're looking for. So remember, we were talking about your ideal prospect was the pink one back there at the beginning of this presentation. Well, guess what? This helps you identify all the pink ones, or the blue ones, or the red ones, whichever ones it is that you want. This tool will help you identify them. And then, as we did with this particular real estate agent, we then just ran 10 more similar prospects, right? But also remember that that account was limited to just 10. What if you were getting 100 of those each and every month? So 100 prospects are coming to you each and every month. How would that change your business moving forward? Now let's take a look at a network marketing niche. And so this particular person was looking for moms who want to save money on everyday purchases. You see, this particular app will help them save money on purchases at the hardware store, at grocery stores, at restaurants, you name it. It's virtually unlimited in terms of the kinds of locations where they can save money. And so we're looking for, who are those people that would typically care about that kind of thing and want to save money? So once again, we put in location, and Las Vegas is where I live. So that's the location that went in for this one. And we said this person is probably frugal. They're the kind of person who wants to stretch the dollars and get the most out of those dollars that they can. They're looking for extra purchasing power, bigger buying power. They like to travel. They like to travel alone and with their family, and they're looking for savings, not only on their travel, but just savings in general with all of these purchases that they make. This is also kind of a person that cares about the little guy winning and not allowing the billionaires to be the ones that are all getting rich off of all of us, but they want the little guy to share in some of those profits. This is also a person who cares about humanity and a person who has a pretty stable career. So using this set of criteria, then we then went to our search tool. And within our search tool, we put in our location, we put in our search criteria. Now, this time we did use the gender field, and we filled it in because we said we wanted moms. And we want moms that are at a certain age group with certain kids. So we filled in the age group 35 to 49. And then we clicked on the Get Prospect button that's down here to generate this prospect. Now, remember what I said. Depending on what your account is, right, you can get up to 100 prospects. So this one is showing that I've got 100 prospects in this account that I can run. So once we hit that Get Prospect button, we found Cynthia. And Cynthia is someone that it gave us her email, phone number, Facebook, and LinkedIn, as well as this additional information over here off to the right. And some of the things that this is telling us over here in this additional information tells us that Cynthia is a great prospect for us to now reach out, get to know, and talk to this person, learn more about her and what her needs are. Now, isn't that great to be able to now go find the kind of person that you'd like to talk to in your business, and then to be able to reach out and have a conversation with those people and find out whether or not they'd like to learn more about your business. Hey there. So what you're seeing is the Now Site networking tool. It's a tool that will help you get prospects. It'll help you get the right kinds of prospects for your business. What we're going to do next is we're going to spend just a tiny bit of time looking at a live demo of the tool so that you can see just how it works on the fly. The second video, we're going to spend much more time on the live tool and showing you how some of that works. But let's just do a real quick little live demo here, and let's take a look at what happens. This is set up for some of the people that I might be searching for. I'm looking for people here in Las Vegas. It says I'm looking for people for work from home, and then possibly those looking for income opportunities, and those that might want a home-based business. And so I filled in these two fields. I left the education field blank. I left the company field blank. I left gender blank and age blank because none of those actually matter to me. So then we come down here, we click on Get Prospect. The system goes out, it searches over 2 billion records. It brought back a name, Jenny Villa, female, and then it gives me some more information about Jenny. I then click on View and add to my account. And so now it shows me Jenny's contact information along with her interests and her likes. And there's a ton of them that are here. So I can scroll all the way down to the bottom and I get some more info on Jenny as I look at this whole thing. Now I have some other options here where I can enhance this contact and it will go out and search for even more information. Once I have enhanced this contact, I can then run a personality analysis and a sales tactics. Now, I'm not going to do that on Jenny right here. I would spend more time actually getting to know a little bit more about Jenny to figure out if Jenny really did make sense for me. It is a incredible tool that can help you build your business by creating positive relationships first. The next video is going to dive a little bit deeper into some more details about how do we reach out to these people to create relationships in the first place. Again, if you're liking this video, make sure that you hit the like button and subscribe, click the bell so that you get notified for part 2 of this video series. Again, this was part 1. Don't miss part 2. Part 2 is the fortune is in the follow-up. We've heard that a million times, but how often are we really truly paying attention to it? The fortune is in the follow-up. I'm going to show you in that video how this tool will help you master the follow-up. It will help you stay on top of each of these prospects that you run so that you're now following up when you really should be following up, and making sure that you stay on top of it. If you'd like to get more information about NowSite, there are several links down below that are very important for you to take advantage of. First link is book an appointment with me. So just click the book a one-to-one appointment and we'll do a personal demo so that we can test out your business. See, can we find some ideal prospects for your business, and let's move your business forward in 2022. There's also a link down there that will that'll take you to a site where you'll get more information. You can see some additional demos and be able to leave your information for us, and then we can reach out to you if you want to be contacted. Lastly, just watch some of the videos. There's some videos that are going to pop up on your screen. Those videos will give you more details about NowSite, about me, about my channel, but watch those videos. You'll get additional details there. Hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you again with video 2. The fortune is in the follow-up. Until next time, you take care. I'll talk to you soon.